Damn, what took these ninjas so long? Singer David considered suspect in investigation of teen found deleted in his Tesla. This was in September, like early September, mind you. And TikTok has solved this. They solved this in a day. I don't know what took. I don't know what's taking the police so long. But anyway.
Major development in the investigation into the body found in the trunk of a car registered to the singer David. Sources tell ABC News that police in Los Angeles now consider him a suspect in the teen's death. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky is here with the details. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, George. Nobody.
What took these ninjas so long? TikTok solved this in a day, in September. So I want you guys to know this, because especially when it comes to ninjas, usually ninjas, just the allegation can get them hemmed up. So for him to just David was still able to like delegate his assets, get rid of his money and all this nonsense during this time from September to now in November 20th. When you see I'm talking about particularly if you're talking about ninjas, but really people in general, but if you see a ninja like this and he's getting away with it for so long, that means he's plugged with somebody. He must have like relatives that are lawyers or something like that, or people like whatever he got. He got people in the inside that are friends with the court system. He's plugged. That's all I'm gonna tell you like this. Or if you see somebody in general where they should have been, arrested, right? They should have been, questioned, right? They should have been questioned a long time ago. When you see guys like that, and they haven't, that means they're plugged. That means they got people in the system that can help them out and that can help them get away with it.
He has been arrested as yet, but sources tell ABC News David is now considered a suspect in the death of Celeste Rivas. The body of the 15-year-old was found badly decomposed in a car registered to the singer-songwriter. The medical examiner's office has still not determined a cause of death. The sources say David, as yet,
really? Oh my God,
is not cooperating. The girl's body was dismembered, and investigators are open to the possibility.
Yeah, he's plugged with somebody in the system. He must have like a relative, or his parents must be like lawyers or of mafia or some of people in the system.
More than one person was involved. The sources said there's no rush here. There is more investigative work to do before any arrest can take place. Investigators have contacted multiple people they believe could be involved. We reached out to David's team. As yet, we have not heard back, Robin.
All right, Aaron, thank you.
Anyways, this is what I got to say about this whole nonsensical story, because the story, at first, anytime I mentioned this story to my audience, I kind of got a chuckle out of it, because I was just surprised we are in the year 2025 and this stuff can still happen. I was just like, there's no way. All this stuff about protecting young women, protecting this, and he was able to get away with what he's getting away with. For TikTok to solve this case in basically a day. They solved it in a day and nothing happens. And even the lead up to Celeste's death, I thought that was funny to me. And then on top of that, this is to me, and I know people gonna get mad at me when I say this, rest in peace to Celeste, whoever she is, wherever she may be. Look, man, people gonna be mad at me when I say this, but Latina girls, they be in these streets early. I don't even care who get mad at me when I say how is this allowed but like I said, usually black girls get put on blast for this because it's obvious, but Latina girls, they be on that same timing, not in school, being loud in public, causing chaos, ruining establishments, going out with older dudes that they have no business going out with, and they'll be like 13, 14 years old, going out with 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds. It's just Latina girls don't ever get put on blast for this. I don't know why, but they just don't. So we also have to we have to factor that in. We have to factor that in. Now, let me say this, because it's not just David that I want arrested. Everybody that was surrounded by him, anybody that was associated with him, his fans, whatever, because he's a streamer, right? It seems like everybody knew what he was doing and they just let it pass. There's a picture of this man literally passing out money to the people that Celeste knows so they can keep their mouth shut. I'm going to bring up the photo for you guys right here. This is the picture of him literally passing out licks to the people that knew Celeste, literally passing out licks so they can keep their mouth shut. How is it that he was able to get away with this for so long? particularly he had this girl, from what I heard, in front of the cameras during his streams. There's videos of them literally joking about the situation in front of everybody. How is this allowed? How is this allowed to happen? Now, I did put that bait earlier on when I talked about the Latinas being in the streets. I did that on purpose because I want to see how many people get more mad at me saying that than the actual people that permitted this situation. I just want to see the tally mark. I want to see in the comment section who get mad, how many more people get mad at me for saying what I said than the actual people that permitted this the whole time. All this women rights this and we protect women. Oh, I'm gonna do this. If I see something happening to this girl, I'm gonna beat this. This dude was sitting there just able to prance around on stream in front of the cameras his situation, and nobody had the balls to do anything. Nobody did nothing. They just looked the other way. Everybody just took the money, or what they basically did, they were like, well, he's famous, so he can do whatever he wants. And then you want me to feel sorry, or you people don't want me to make jokes about the situation when I start really analyzing the whole thing. Because as much of a monster David and his people surrounding him, no matter how much of a monster he is, I gotta look at Celeste and be like, bitch, why you not in school? Why these bitches never nowhere didn't they? These bitches always on camera doing some hoe shit, trying to be a hoe, getting implants, getting tattoos, smoking weed, drinking, twerking, eating hot Cheetos, and lying. That's what these hoes is doing. I'm talking about of all ages. They always doing something else, but they're always doing something else rather than being like, they could be literally in school. They could be studying. They can be getting internships because they literally, all these places, they literally have opened up everything for women. There's literally nothing a woman can't do. There's nothing a woman can't do. As long as she's asking for it, they're going to consider her, even if she's bad. So the doors is wide open, but it just seems like even with all these other opportunities, it's, well, I can be OnlyFans. Well, I can be an adult film actress. Well, I could show my ass on Instagram. Well, I could just try to finesse ninjas for money. Sleep with men for money. It always comes back to this. Out of all the things she could be doing, she out here trying to go out with somebody just because he's famous, and all of a sudden he's not a creep no more, when she know goddamn well if some dude in a van same age as David came up to her, she would call him a creep and a freak. But because it's David, all of a sudden, oh, it's okay. And I don't want to hear nothing about no grooming, man. I'm getting tired of this ish. People just be doing what they want to do. That's what I've come to discover. People just do what they want to do, and then they got an excuse when things don't go their way, for the most part, right? So shame to everybody involved, the parents that got paid off. I'm pretty sure the parents got paid off. Shame to obviously David, who should have been locked up. I don't know how he's still out here. Shame to any of her friends that didn't call the police when they found out about their situation, because that's not a normal situation where you have a man that's in his late 20s or his whatever mid 20s, late 20s, wanting to hang around with a 13-year-old girl. That's not normal, but it's okay because he's famous. What? So shame to everybody involved, everybody, not just David, everybody that's involved, shame on everybody.